Welcome back to Reviews and Rankings with Robby Sobel, with a special instant reaction and review. Today I'll be taking a look at the 2019 film, Motherless Brooklyn. Motherless Brooklyn is a 2019 film directed by Edward Norton, also starring Edward Norton, as well as Alec Baldwin, Gugu Mbatha-Raw, William Dafoe, and Bruce Willis. The story begins in 1950s New York City with Frank Minna, played by Bruce Willis, running his own private investigation agency. Minna's right-hand men include Ethan Suplee as Gilbert and Edward Norton as the film's main star Lionel, who also struggles with Tourette's syndrome but has a photographic memory. After a botched encounter leaves Minna dead, Lionel goes above and beyond to figure out what was behind his mentor's death and why it occurred in the first place.
If I figure it out, I'm gonna make him regret it. I promise you that.
That's her. That's the girl that Frank was following. I think she found something.
Lionel quickly starts to put some of the pieces together, leading him to the character of Laura, played by Gugu Mbatha-Raw, a young African-American woman fighting for civil rights. In particular, against the attempt of some of the bigwigs in the city to replace lower-income neighborhoods with more profitable outlets. The main antagonist leading the charge is Moses Randolph, played by Alec Baldwin, who holds multiple titles in the city and enables him to make moves without much pushback. Lionel's Tourette's causes him issues during his many interactions, but he's able to channel his setbacks into positives, giving him a leg up at several points in the film. Lionel is able to dig up dirt across the city, from the bigwigs making the money decisions down to those at the bottom of the totem pole. As Lionel deals with betrayal, physical and emotional abuse, as well as dealing with his own demons, he continues to fight to uncover the mystery of his mentor's death, as Motherless Brooklyn leads to a more than satisfying conclusion which does justice in ways many film noir stories have done in the past. Motherless Brooklyn had been a passion project for Edward Norton ever since he read the novel of the same name over 20 years ago, written by Jonathan Lethem. Unlike the novel, which took place in the 1990s, the film's backdrop is the 1950s, as it deals with several real-world issues that took place in New York City during that time. Even the film's main antagonist, Moses Randolph, was inspired by Robert Moses, a big-time New York City builder in the 1930s through 1970s, who at one point held 12 titles in the city, including New York City Parks Commissioner, but was never elected to any public office. Motherless Brooklyn follows many beats from film noir movies of the past, as its atmosphere takes you back in time and does so in convincing fashion. In addition to the beautifully shot cinematography by Dick Pope and solid direction by Edward Norton, the film's score and soundtrack is a major standout, as it almost feels like an additional character within the film. The heavy jazz influence adds a wonderful backdrop to the film's story, with 9-time Grammy Award winner Wynton Marsalis having a heavy hand in its composition. As expected, the cast of Motherless Brooklyn hits a home run, with Edward Norton playing the lead role with ease and perfection, only adding to his more than stellar resume. Alec Baldwin takes on the role of Moses Randolph in convincing fashion, as he comes across like a stereotypical businessman whose ego won't let him be defeated. Gugu Mbatha-Raw impresses as the lead female in the movie, as she adds class to the film and rounds out her performance with raw talent. The rest of the supporting cast do their jobs well, including a brief but solid performance by Bruce Willis, as well as William Dafoe and Ethan Suplee, who's reunited with Edward Norton following their success together in the 1998 hit American History X. Following its release, Motherless Brooklyn has received mixed to positive reviews, with audiences seeming to like it more than traditional critics. The film's current Rotten Tomatoes critic score sits at 61%, while the audience score delivers a more impressive 89%.
Some people call it a gift, but it's a brain affliction just the same.
Motherless Brooklyn is one of the sleeper hits of 2019, and even with my high expectations, the film didn't let me down, as it jumps towards the top of my ranking for one of the best of the year, as it settles in with a 4.5 out of 5-star rating. I hope you enjoyed my review for Motherless Brooklyn, but what are your thoughts? Leave them down in the comments below, and if you could, hit the like button and subscribe. If you're on Instagram, you can follow me at Robby_upgrade. So let's keep watching movies, and thanks for checking out the channel.